The 2025 New York City mayoral race is shaping up to be one of the most dramatic and closely watched political showdowns in recent memory. With the city at a crossroads, the stakes have never felt higher for New Yorkers from every borough. On one side stands Zohran Mamdani, the progressive Democratic nominee who is challenging the status quo. On the other, Eric Adams, the current mayor, who has broken away from the Democratic Party to run as an independent, hoping to appeal to a broader coalition of voters. Mamdani, a 33-year-old state assembly member, has built his campaign around championing the needs of working-class New Yorkers. He envisions a city where affordable housing, accessible healthcare, and social justice are at the forefront of policy decisions. His campaign draws passionate support from diverse communities, immigrants, young people, and longtime residents, who are eager for bold change and a government that truly represents them. Meanwhile, Adams, once seen as a moderate Democratic leader, now distances himself from the party establishment. He's running on his record as mayor, emphasizing his experience and steady leadership during turbulent times. Adams highlights his efforts to combat crime, support law enforcement, and boost economic growth, arguing that public safety and prosperity are essential for the city's future. Both candidates must navigate a complex and often divided political landscape, each striving to connect with voters who are concerned about the direction of their city. Their contrasting visions, one rooted in progressive reform, the other in pragmatic leadership, set the stage for a high-stakes election that will capture national attention. The outcome of this race will not only determine the next mayor, but will also shape New York's future at a pivotal moment in its history, influencing the lives of millions for years to come. Zohran Mamdani's path to the mayoral race is deeply rooted in years of advocacy for underrepresented New Yorkers, shaped by his personal experiences and commitment to social justice. Despite coming from a privileged upbringing, Mamdani has consistently focused his career on fighting for marginalized communities, dedicating his time to grassroots organizing and direct action. His campaign platform is built around making New York City more affordable for everyone, with bold proposals like a citywide rent freeze to protect tenants, free public buses to improve access and mobility, and universal childcare to support working families. These policies are designed to address long-standing systemic issues, aiming to lift the burdens faced by millions of everyday New Yorkers and improve their quality of life. Mamdani's campaign is powered by a passionate grassroots movement, relying on the energy of volunteers and the support of small donors rather than big money interests. However, critics have raised questions about his relative lack of experience in city government and whether his ambitious proposals can realistically be implemented in a city as complex as New York. Yet, Mamdani's message of hope, bold change, and a new vision for the city is resonating with a growing base of supporters who are eager for transformation. He faces skepticism from some voters and political insiders, but continues to energize and inspire those seeking a new direction for New York's future. The campaign's growing momentum signals a potential shift in what's possible for New York City, as more residents rally behind the promise of meaningful change and a government that truly represents them. Eric Adams's mayoral tenure has been marked by both notable achievements and persistent controversy, reflecting the complex challenges of leading America's largest city. Elected in 2021 as a centrist, Adams prioritized crime reduction, affordable housing, and job creation, promising to make New York safer and more prosperous for all its residents. His administration has launched initiatives to address gun violence, expand housing options, and support economic recovery after the pandemic. However, allegations of corruption, questions about campaign finances, and administrative missteps have clouded his leadership, drawing criticism from both political opponents and former allies. With his approval rating slipping and public trust eroding, Adams has made the bold decision to run as an independent, seeking to appeal to voters beyond traditional party lines and recast his image. He touts his experience and record of stability, positioning himself as a steady hand in turbulent times, while casting Mamdani's progressive proposals as risky and untested. To succeed, Adams must rebuild trust, reconnect with disillusioned supporters, and broaden his coalition in a city that is increasingly open to bold, progressive ideas and new leadership. His independent run is a high-stakes gamble, an attempt to redefine his political identity and prove he can unite a divided electorate. As New York continues to change, Adams faces an uphill battle to remain relevant and convince voters he is still the right leader for the city's future. Key issues dominate the 2025 mayoral race: affordability, corruption, and crime. Mamdani proposes a rent freeze for immediate relief. Adams pushes long-term housing development. Corruption scandals have put Adams on the defensive, while Mamdani pledges transparency and accountability. Crime remains central. Adams highlights his record. Mamdani calls for addressing root causes like poverty. Their approaches reflect a broader debate on public safety and justice reform. The ideological divide is clear: Mamdani's transformative policies versus Adams's pragmatic experience. Voters must choose between bold change and steady leadership. These issues will define the city's direction for years to come. The 2025 mayoral race is more than a contest. It's a turning point for New York City. The outcome will shape how the city tackles housing, safety, and transparency. Voters face a choice between Mamdani's progressive vision and Adams's experienced leadership. The stakes are high for millions of New Yorkers. This election will set the tone for urban governance nationwide. In a city defined by diversity and resilience, the results will echo far beyond the 5 boroughs.